Hello, welcome to another episode of Good Vibes Only. My name's Alfredo, and I'm your host for Good Vibes Only. We're ending off the 2023 year, just myself and my festy bestie. Can you introduce yourself, please?
Hey everybody, my name is Jonica. I'm honored to be the last guest of 2023 for the Good Vibes Only podcast. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. I know, we actually did the whole the plates and everything to leave 2023 behind. How do you feel about like talking about 2023 in the podcast?
I feel pretty good about it. I'd say if you guys don't know what we're talking about when we refer to the plates, there's this TikTok going around about how you get these plates. I don't know. I got them from Walmart, but you write down what you want to leave behind in 2023, and then you break them. And I think breaking things goes against our normal human nature, and it's something that at least I know for me really helps when I break things, and it's like a release. And so we wrote down the things that we wanted to leave behind in 2023, and then when we head over to the city tonight, we're gonna break them. So I encourage you all to do something exciting like that to end the year and then start off your 2024 with some good vibes, some positivity, and some new goals.
Thank you. That was really good. I do want to say I never had Jonica in my podcast, but I think she's one of my best friends. I really do. She's younger than me.
Don't start crying.
Tear. But I'm like, she's younger than me, but she does know about life. And I do, how do you say? I'm already drunk, but I'm like, I learned from her, you know. I think age is just a number, but I'm like, I do learn from her. I think we learn from each other. We learn from our friends, and you know, I'm glad that I have her as my family, my best friend, you know. This is a special podcast because I'm leaving 2023 but opening 2024 with this podcast with Jonica. Sorry, question. We're already drinking, but question is that what are your goals for 2024?
Well, thanks again for having me on. This is super exciting. I'm sure you heard him a couple times saying that he was already drunk, and I think we both are. So this is kind of a fun way to enter into 2024.
It's a Good Vibes Only channel.
Yes, Good Vibes Only, exactly. To answer your question for what are some goals that I have for 2024, I actually have quite a few, and not to get into the story or not to take too much time into the podcast since you're going into too much detail, but if I were to look back at my life last year in 2023 or the end of 2022 going to 2023, I was in such a different place than I am now, and I'm in a place where I can actually want to have goals and look at life with a different outlook, and so that's very exciting for me. And so in 2024, it's looking up. We want to grow in our money. We want to grow in our self-esteem. We want to grow in our finances. We want to grow in our jobs. And we just want to grow together and leave behind all the things that no longer serve us. So I don't want to become a people pleaser anymore. I don't want to worry about other people's opinions, the people that don't really matter in your life. And I just want to walk into 2024 with some confidence, some new confidence that I haven't really had. So, yeah.
That was really good. I do want to say, like, I think we kind of like, we're basically like the, what is it, the breadwinners of the family. So the backbone of the family. So we struggle a lot of pursuing our goals, pursuing our dreams, and we just put that like in the back, So we're just trying to like
do what we want.
Do what we want,
but
and
also fulfill our role.
Yeah. Kind of, but I'm like we do. I think this year is gonna be good for us because we just basically like we just care for everybody, and 2024 is gonna be our year, So what are your 2024 intentions?
I first have to just say that if you're walking into 2024 and you're able to call us a friend, then you're pretty lucky. Just got to put that out there. If I were to walk into 2024 with some intentions, I'm intentionally saving more money because I have certain goals that I want to accomplish in the future. I'm intentionally walking into 2024 with, even if I have to fake it, you guys, just this newfound confidence of being proud of who I am, where I've come from, and what I've been through. And walking into 2024 with just this sense of pride and accomplishment and excitement that I didn't have before. So I'm super looking this is going to be a good year. I just feel it. I know it. It's going to be so exciting. And I'm excited for each and every one of you too who's listening to just know that 2024 is going to be a good year. I can feel it in my bones.
Thank you so much. I really learned about like Jonica and everybody, like the backbone and everybody about our family. Mm-hmm. So I just want to say thank you so much for being in my life. Thank you. Yeah. I'm not gonna start crying. Hopefully not. But I appreciate like everybody because like I think everybody like has taught me, like a certain thing of me that I should have known, but now I know. Edith, Jonica, everybody. And that I'm like now leading on to 2024. So I want to thank everybody, for the bottom of the heart, your family. Cassandra, she's in the podcast. Like maybe she's in the podcast. But like like I think we just learn. We just learn from our environment and we just grow. And I want to say props to 2024. I think 2024 is going to be a good year. I think 2024 we had Coachella. We have EDC, and EDC for me is one of the best things because like I started, it's my 10-year anniversary. So I think I started EDC 2014. So 2024 is gonna be a good year for me, and I think for the whole plates thing, and I'm glad you done that because for me it's like the first thing I wrote down is like leaving everybody like 2023. Mm-hmm. So I'm worried about myself.
Mm-hmm. Focus on yourself.
Focus on myself. So I'm glad. So yeah. So what about you?
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's it's super funny that Fredo brings up this is going to be his, in 2024, it's going to be his 10th year anniversary for EDC, because we calculated if you don't know, my niece is Cassandra. Love her to death. She's like my kid. We love her, right? And she's a natural at these kinds of things. But basically, we calculated that when she turns 21, I'm gonna be 45, and Fredo will be 48, I think. And that was just almost 50. So that was just such a, oh my God, that's crazy. I can't imagine being I don't even want to say not even being that old, but more so just being that age, because age is a number, but just being that age. And so I always said that, when Cassandra turns 21, like, if she wants to, I'll take her to the club, and, I'll try my best to hang out with her and whatever. But I was thinking, like, oh my God, I'm going to be 45, Frida's going to be 48, but we'll be such in a different time in our lives that we can't even know what we're going to be like at that time, but it's super exciting. But if we're talking about living right here, right now, in the present, and just kind of thinking about what's going on in 2024 and what we're looking forward to, I think we can say that we're both excited about 2024. We're looking forward to leaving behind just a few things that no longer serve us, like people pleasing, caring about the opinions of others that don't really matter, and just being more mindful of our peace and prioritizing our mental health, our well-being, our physical health, all that great stuff. And so I'm excited to break these plates later on tonight, because I think that'll be just such a release that hopefully I don't cry, but like, it's gonna be great. So I'm super excited about that.
Thank you so much. I'm so I'm ready for this. The plate breaking. You taught me so much. You taught me so much in my life, Jonica. This is our first podcast.
I know, after
years
since you do this.
I know, one-to-one, but it's my first podcast with you, and I appreciate you. I think my family appreciates you too, because I think I learned so much from you.
I appreciate you too.
I think you're, younger. You're younger than me, but
not much.
By 3 years.
Not much.
But I'm like, I think, like how we said, I think you're the breadwinner of your family. Same, likewise. But I appreciate you and everything, and I think, honestly, like we were talking about, like, I think the events, raves or whatever, they're not gonna go nowhere, because this is what we like to do, and this is what we we hang out,
rave to the grave, baby.
Yes, rave to the grave. And this is what we like to do, but we do have, like, responsibilities, and people, honestly, like, I think people misinterpret us, like, oh, you guys just like to party, or judge us, be like, oh, you guys like to party. Yeah, we like to party, but we have responsibilities. We're the breadwinners of our family, so I just wanted to do this podcast for the people that misjudge us, but I'm like, yeah, we like to have fun, but fuck yeah, we like to party. Hell yeah.
Exactly. I think that there's a large group out there, and I assume that there is, because I know quite a few people who are in the same boat, who are like the breadwinners of their family, or like maybe not even the breadwinners, but the backbone, the ones that kind of hold their families together. And I know it's a real thing, and I'm not trying to toot our horn or make our heads even bigger, but this is also just speaking from the heart and just reality. There's nothing wrong with having a lot of fun, but also fulfilling your obligations. And I don't know how it is for a guy, right? Because I'm not a man. But like as a woman who's trying to also, I don't even want to say like fulfill her duties, but in my culture, right, like in Filipino culture, it's a little bit different. Like we have certain obligations in our culture that we need to fulfill. And I've explained this to you earlier, like I've accepted those and I've learned to love those, and I am okay with them. And it's not I have to do this, it's I get to do this type of feeling now. And so I'm excited to move into 2024 with this new like mindset of like, hey, I get to do these things. Not everybody is privileged to be able to have a good relationship with their parents or be their breadwinners in their family, and I have this opportunity, so what am I gonna do with it? So rather than me worrying about, oh my gosh, like what are people gonna think about me, like I'm almost 30 years old and I'm still going to Coachella, I'm still going to EDC. Those are the things that I like to do. I mean, you're not going to see me spending, like I told you earlier, spending thousands of dollars on shoes or purses or clothes. That's just not who I am. But I will spend money on experiences and travel, for me to learn, for me to experience different cultures in the world and different things. And that's what I will spend my money on. And so that's something that I encourage everyone to do. If you're a materialistic person, that's totally okay. Like there's nothing wrong with liking nice things. Everyone has their own things they like, right? But I will say I encourage you to get out there, travel, experience things that you thought you've never experienced before. Get uncomfortable. It's okay to be uncomfortable. And if you're still like in your 20s, even in your 30s, like or whatever age you are, it doesn't really matter. But like, it's okay to be uncomfortable sometimes. You learn so much by being uncomfortable that I think that's what challenges you. If things don't change in your life, then you remain comfortable and stagnant. And I think that there are certain phases in our lives where it's okay to be comfortable and stagnant. But for me, I know that I'm a busybody. I can't be stagnant. I can't be comfortable for too long because it's going to feel weird to me. So I want to try new things. I want to get out there and experience new things. So if you're anything like that, then I'd say go out there, travel the world, find a friend that can do that with you. And I'm so thankful for Fredo because like he said, like he's like not just my bestie, but he's one of my best friends ever. And so being able to travel different parts of the world with him is just such a cool experience. I was talking to a friend the other day and basically was telling her that like we were saying that she was saying that it's so hard to go out to eat alone by herself. And I told her, for me, it's kind of the opposite. I'm okay with doing things on my own, but I've realized for me personally that I enjoy experiencing things with other people. So it's not that I can't do these things alone. I can go out to eat alone. I can go to the movies alone. Yeah. I can go to concerts alone, and that's okay. But I prefer to do it with other people because it's nice to experience that sense of joy and to experience those experiences with other people who will also enjoy it. So there's nothing wrong with doing things alone. I think that's super confident. That's a great thing to learn. But for me personally, I enjoy doing things with other people. And once you find your people, like your Fredos and your other friends in your life, like then that's so vital. Like you're going to want to do everything with them because it's like, oh my God, I already know that, okay, if I go to this place, if I go to this club or whatever with this person, I already know it's guaranteed to be a great time. And as an extrovert, I guess, or people who just enjoy other people's company or seeing other people enjoy things, like that's exciting to me. I don't know. I thrive off of other people's happiness too. And that's cool. Yeah.
No, and I'm like not even an introvert, but like an extrovert. Like we like seeing people like an extrovert succeed, right? And I think that's what I like, talking to you because like you have the whole like I don't know. Your mind is exquisite. Your mind and Edith's mind is exquisite. So like I'm happy to have you guys, and
We like to have fun, but we also have our shit together, you guys. I don't know if that's new to people, but it's okay to have fun, but it's also good to have your shit together at the same time.
yeah, exactly. So we are signing off, and we are going to a rave today.
But just to piggyback off of what you were saying, I love you so much. I love your family. Thank you so much for the kind words. That's so sweet.
You and your family.
Thank you. I'm so thankful to just have like people like you in my life. I cannot say that enough. But anyways, cheers to 2024, you guys. Goodbye 2023. We are thankful for you, but we're also ready to get rid of you. So here's to 2024. Here's to moving forward. Here's to being better. Here's to being our best selves in 2024, moving forward, and just saying goodbye to the rest. So thank you all for listening, and goodbye 2023. Jonica signing off.
And arigato gozaimasu. I went to Japan because this is my goal, but Jonica made this happen. Jonica made my 2023 happen. Honestly.
That's a big thing to say.
Thank you so much for having me in Japan. Arigato gozaimasu. And Alfredo signing off. 2023. Happy New Year. And
Happy New Year, everybody.
2024.
Here we come.
Here we come.